The end of the road at this subdivision in Antipolo leads to an extraordinary home. The style is modern, but more importantly, it is a home built for the future. This is architect Louie's idea of green architecture. Tell me about the concept of this house. It's quite unique.
Okay, this is a greenhouse, what we call a greenhouse, because we have dealt with passive cooling. We made sure that the energy that's being used is very efficient, and we have also considered water efficiency, plus honesty of materials. We've used a lot of natural materials like stones and concrete, and we made sure it's affordable, it's within the budget.
Oh, okay, so it's using green technology, and this really stands out because it's ultra modern.
This is basically a house that's close to nature, I would say. You know, it may look very modern because I have applied a lot of geometric angles, a lot of mathematical concepts in terms of lines and angles, but and colors as well. No, but if you'll see, it's very close to nature because you'll be seeing a lot of the surroundings.
Right.
It's like bringing in the outdoors, indoors.
Okay, usually we see doors that have, that are wood and that conceal what's inside, but this is glass.
Yes.
And what material is this?
This is aluminum, a combination of aluminum and steel. It's actually recycled aluminum. This has very high LCA, meaning life cycle assessment. When you assess that or you compute for that, it means it has a very long life cycle, meaning it's very sustainable and durable because you don't use a lot of virgin materials, and we're expecting that material to be used for a lifetime, at least for this generation.
Okay, so no need to replace.
No need to.
Soon.
No maintenance, low
Right.
cost.
The owners of this house are based in the US. They built a 250 square meter house in a 1 hectare property with a plan of turning the rest of the property into a mini subdivision that is a model for green living. What architect Louie did here is to work with the surrounding environment to make this house energy efficient. It's a careful study on making use of available light and ventilation. What was the idea here?
Okay, the idea here is to just bring something that's very, very, very simple. So one of those is one big accent piece. This is made of abaca. Now, if you carry it, it looks very solid, but it's actually very light.
Oh, all right.
All right. It's renewable. It's made from those fiber that are ready to be thrown away, and they've been formed into something, an art piece like this. This is also recycled PVC. And if you notice that is Sansevieria. It's a plant that actually absorbs toxins. Yes.
What's it called?
Sansevieria.
Architect Louie created a simple and spacious layout. Floor-to-ceiling windows with awnings let the light in but keep direct sunlight out. This way they have a view of the outside and yet keep the inside cool. Okay, so what's the idea here? So you go down and everything is visible, even Makati.
Right. So it's like, living in a house that's actually like a resort or a vacation home because you get to see everything, the whole view of the metropolis. And if you'll notice, there are lots of windows.
Yes.
Okay. The concept is we do a lot of daylighting, daylight harvesting. That is what we call in green architecture. It's daylight harvesting. When it's daytime, you're not supposed to turn on your lights, so you get to save a lot of energy.
Okay, but then you still get the natural light.
Right, and then you get maximum air as well. So you'll see it's very, very high.
Yeah,
because
look at the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's all the way up there. It's like 3 stories.
It is. It's like 3 stories, yes.
Yeah.
And then the idea is we bring in cold air and flush out hot air.
It escapes out there.
Yes.
Oh, because hot air rises.
Right.
Okay.
Because this was done like 4 years ago, and at that time, green architecture wasn't much very in at that time. So they said Jalos is in their mind.
It's the old type.
It's the old type. It's
Right.
the low cost type.
Right.
So they said maybe something that can replace jalousie will be this kind of awning window, similar to that. But it works.
Okay, so we're under the stairs, and this is the powder room.
Right.
But it's also like there's a shower in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, powder room, powder
Right.
shower.
Okay. Tell me about this glass.
Okay, it's called a transom glass, and a lot of people do not know this, but it's an extension of your door where you can put glass on top so that you bring in extra light in any interior.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, we take that for granted, but we could actually just do that.
And then we kept the material close to concrete. So again, you're grounding people who come in, and then they remind you of earth, the materials.
I like that. Okay. How about the materials that you used for the?
Okay. The criteria that we used here is to get materials that are available within 500-meter radius, meaning if you get the materials within the region, you won't be using much. You won't be having much carbon of gassing, and well, it's also cost effective because it's very near, less transportation. So the thing.
Okay, so all of these are sourced just nearby.
Just within within the area.
This is the kitchen.
Just open kitchen, so everybody can enjoy and join in the fun. They cook, they dine, they talk.
Because this is meant to be like a weekend home? Or?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, for entertaining?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so just kept it open, the counter's low.
Right.
It's very practical, and the space opens to a
The
nice
pool,
pool.
yes.
Can we go out?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so the pool is here. Wow. Oh, okay. Of course, this weekend Antipolo home won't be complete without a pool. Okay, you mentioned also that you are collecting rainwater.
Yes.
In this house.
Yes.
Okay, what is it for?
Okay. Well, the concept of this house is to collect all the rainwater when it's raining, and then distribute it to for irrigation purposes. Because this property is about 1 hectare, so you see, just watering the plants will require you tons and tons of water. Okay, so you might as well want to save that and use it for irrigation.
So this area is like a small drying area.
It's a small drying area, yes.
By drying area, it's actually very interesting. Tell us what you did here, Louie.
Okay, this is the back of the refrigerator, and then you know that at the back of the refrigerator there's so much heat, right?
Right.
So this is a basic concept of heat recovery system, wherein the excess heat coming from your utility, coming from your refrigerator, is being used. Okay, so normally this is a standard in my design. I put like hooks and hangers and poles just so you can dry your clothes in there.
Oh, how wonderful! Because like when you're in a rush and you really want your something to dry for the next day, the quickest way is to put it behind the fridge.
Right.
And so now you're actually using it here.
In fact, if you're in a condo, you have this dryer, and you use a lot of energy for that. You use gas, right? Or electricity. So here, it's free energy.
Okay, and so it's not wasted also.
it's
it's
just a
just
small
there
space.
anyway. Because the fridge is open all the time.
Right.
Dang. Okay, I like that idea. There are no solar panels in this house yet, but it is already a model for green living. Architect Louis shows us it's possible to build a green home without buying into expensive green technology. Built on a high elevation, the house maximizes cross ventilation and natural light through its wide windows. What's your idea of the staircase?
Well, I just want to make everything very simple, straightforward. So what I did was I used a bunch of stainless steel and BI or black iron, and then we just painted it and made it very structurally fit to fit the entire look. It's very masculine, so that's the look.
Masculine. Okay. Louis used concrete because it's a better insulator against heat and cold, and kept it low maintenance without any paint. This house also uses passive cooling system and recycles rainwater. The open floor plan allows natural light and ventilation to flow everywhere throughout the house. A large hallway overlooks the living room. Very interesting. I see that there's also balconies all around.
Right.
How do you access that through here?
Yeah. Because normally, we have like our second floor areas, and then we have roofs to cover, or we call them eaves.
Okay, so this is what was covering the downstairs, giving some shade,
Right.
and so now we're using it as a balcony. And concrete here.
Concrete.
So you purposely did not use paint
No, I did
here.
not. I did not.
So it's low maintenance.
It's low maintenance, right?
But you had to seal it with something.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
And those are eaves. The black ones that you see are actually not eaves, but ventilation.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that all the hot air could be flushed out here. The ones that are coming from the inside could be flushed here.
I'm seeing that a lot now. It is with glass blocks.
Yes, glass blocks. The idea here is when people are downstairs, and the lights are on. So there's like a glowing effect here.
Oh, okay.
And
So it goes like an uplight.
It's dramatic, and it saves energy as well.
Okay. Now these are the windows that we're talking about downstairs.
Yes.
Again, it's aluminum.
Yes, it's
Okay. And is this custom made for?
Yes, it has been custom made for this house.
And this leads to where?
This leads to the master bedroom.
The master bedroom has a long balcony with a view of the mountains. Very bare furniture, not yet done. They don't really live here yet. But I noticed that there's a break in the concrete. Why?
You know, if there's glass, then you'll be able to see what's outside. You know, since it's a big, vast area of greens and all, so the people who are here, say the building occupants or the owners, the masters of the house, can see a ready-made garden that they don't even have to maintain, but it's beautiful.
Interesting, because look at the view. If you could pan the camera to see. There you go. That's the city. That's Metro Manila. Right?
Right. That portion is Makati.
And that's the Laguna Bay?
Yeah, on a clear day, you'll be able to see the bay, the Laguna Bay. This is not supposed to have air conditioners. We could live with fans. In fact, I'll show you something. This is one of the wind tunnels.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, so during Habagat or Amihan, okay, the air comes in here. This is the master bedroom, the master walk-in closet, and it brings in air towards that area. So making your bathroom healthier, so you don't grow molds and all that.
Like a little hole like this makes a big difference?
Yes, because, well, actually, it depends on where your wind orientation is. So we studied the wind orientation here. It brings in a lot of harsh wind. So you want something very, very little, and then we have one big outlet there.
Okay.
So, wind outlet, rather. So the air rushes right there.
It's right through there. This is when it's Habagat. Okay, so you get fresh air here.
So that it's the same concept that they have applied here.
Okay.
So, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you want to wash off, there's no mirror, there's just a view of your greens. The same thing is you bring in a lot of daylight or sun inside your bathroom, you bring in a lot of fresh air so you don't grow molds in the bathroom. That's very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
Your molds can cause a lot of allergies as well as sicknesses.
Yeah. So you have another little cute teeny weeny window here. Your call this wind tunnel?
Wind tunnel, yes.
Wind tunnel! I love it. It's so cute. Okay, so it'll only work if you know the way the wind
Where the wind is flowing, yes.
In your particular area.
Right. And also the shower, we've put a lot of windows as well.
Yeah.
In the bathrooms, you normally don't see a lot of windows.
Yeah.
It's always enclosed. But you know the feeling when you come out of the shower and you feel, you know, you're dripping wet with sweat immediately after taking a bath. It's because all the hot air is right there. So you feel it. It goes out right away.
So there's here and there.
Yes. So you don't really feel cold because you're showering here, but the hot air, cold air goes there, right above you. So that's another source of light.
This comes from where the light?
From this room.
So the rooms are big. This is big. For sharing. Oh, okay.
For sharing.
All right. So you can actually have a party room for everyone, or you could pull the accordion and make it for privacy. For groups, they can hang out here. Okay. Louis put air shafts in between rooms to allow the heat to escape, so there's less need for air conditioning even in the summer. I noticed that because there's another room over there, but what's that? How come it's open?
It's cross ventilation. It's maximizing air
Here.
and then maximizing wind, light as well. No.
Oh, okay.
So you bring in light inside the room. You bring in air as well. And then it cross-ventilates, so the hot air again rises on.
Amazing. Well, with these windows, there's really no need for aircon because you could feel the breeze coming from all directions and escaping out there and going through the other room and even going all the way up there. So this is literally cross-ventilation.